The cousins came here to Spanish Oaks apartment to visit a friend. Now they weren't home, so the cousins turned around and then headed down that road. With over 900 student organizations on campus, one could ask, where do they all meet? Well, right now, some are in the Union, some in the basement of Stewart, and even some in random classrooms. However, come 2014, Purdue will have a brand new facility to house the student leaders on campus. Right now, I'm standing in the middle of what will be the first floor of the upcoming Center for Student Excellence and Leadership. Purdue administration hopes that with its resources and amenities, it will attract especially new Purdue students. And Purdue construction officials say the building should be up and running by fall 2014. Reporting for Fast Track, I'm Allison Goodrich. The weatherman predicts this will be one of the biggest storms of the year, and as the snow continues to fall throughout the night, students are wondering whether or not Purdue will call a snow day. They perform all over campus. Some are beginners, some are more experienced, but the one thing they do have in common is they love making people laugh. Bathing suits, towels, and flip-flops. Spring break packing is just around the corner, but in the few months prior, clothes aren't what students have been concerned with packing. It's been pounds. In order to become bathing suit ready, diet and exercise have become a higher priority. But when does this mentality stop being healthy and start becoming dangerous? You can see on this construction site what the drought is doing to this dirt. When it gets dry and loose like this, it creates dust, making it difficult for the workers to do their job. People who came out today say they were using dummies like this guy here to learn hands-only CPR. Participants agree that this was a fun and easy way to learn this life-saving skill. Reporting from downtown, Allison Goodrich, Fox 59 News. Now, the overall message that the Indiana State Police are trying to convey to the public is to simply slow down, pay attention, and avoid distractions. Here on the West Side, this is Allison Goodrich, Fox 59 News. For those self-starting Boilermakers, the Center for Student Excellence and Leadership will make a useful addition to Purdue's campus. Project manager for the new center, Chris Skiba, says since breaking ground, so far the construction of the building is on schedule.
So the contractor mobilized July, August of 2012. They will be here until the summer of 2014, so it's about a 2-year project.
Tony Hawkins, the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, says the new center, which they're calling C-Cell, is meant to provide a concentrated area in which student groups can work.
There are spaces available that can be reserved on a year-round basis for a certain number of student organizations. 35 to 40 would be my estimation.
On the first floor, there will be multi-purpose rooms and a kitchen for catered events. The second, third, and fourth floors will have conference rooms with new interactive technology.
Right now, especially with the organization I'm in, we kind of just have to find a place to meet, and it's kind of different every week unless we can actually find time to go through the really tedious process of scheduling a room to meet in.
Not only will the center offer a place to meet and plan, but Hawkins hopes it will also give people a chance to interact with groups they may know nothing about.
That just enhances the whole global concept that we're trying to teach our students. I think the opportunities are only limited by the minds of the students who will be there.
It only takes Paul Gaber 15 minutes to transform from a regular Purdue junior to Purdue's most beloved mascot. When his Sigma Chi fraternity brothers pushed him to audition for Purdue Pete, Gaber couldn't have known what he was getting himself into for the next 3 years.
They were the Purdue Petes, so of course, as a freshman, I think they're the coolest. They were seniors.
Purdue Pete candidates have to try out and make it twice before being able to come back without auditioning. Having achieved that, Gaber gets to sit and watch as incoming Petes endure what he remembers to be an odd audition.
There was stations. They tested your physical, if you could handle being in a suit for a while.
As one of the 3 Purdue Petes, Gaber said his own personality reflects well what Purdue Petes should be. But this isn't the case for all of the mascotted Purdue men.
One of my friends is a Purdue Pete, and it's kind of interesting to see him outside of the costume and him in costume because he's totally different.
No matter what man is inside the suit, the important thing is what he represents to the Purdue community.
When I'm tired or when I'm out of breath, Purdue Pete is never out of breath and never tired. So it gets hard, especially big games in here when the crowd's going wild. While dancing, cheering, and getting rowdy, Gaber takes the responsibility of being Purdue Pete seriously. Really, you're kind of the face of the university. In a way, your actions portray the university, and that's always in the back of your mind, never to go too far, but to have fun with it. So you want to be fun-loving and push it, but you got to know the line, and you got to know that there's a university behind you, and you can't mess with that.
Becker also said the pressure of the media and even peers can encourage people to approach losing weight in ways that are both harmful and ineffective.
Just realize that the media does use retouching and things like that. And
so that's what we're doing at Cammie's Cause, is we're funding this support group to allow more of that type of stuff to happen.
A music festival for other 4P kids was inspired by his own daughter's love of music. The two spend time together here at the piano almost every night.
Okay, you ready?